All right, what is going on? Let me try that again. What is going on? What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's cheer league match between Adults with Jobs and Thug Money Squad. So I'm waiting on both teams to all fly out of the chat room and let me know what map they want and everything. So still waiting a little bit for this to get all set up. But I guess the big Heroes of the Storm news today is that the PTR has gone live with both Samuro, is what I'm going to go with, and Brawl Mode. Both of which seem fairly interesting. Samuro does seem to be quite strong. I think he's going to be pure cancer for quick match. He is just... Oh, yeah. I mean, the illusions are very difficult. It's very difficult to tell, which one is the real one. Plus he can turn himself into... I think with one of his heroics, he can basically turn himself into, the Lost Vikings and use his illusions to push a lane. Maybe soak XP, I don't know if it quite works that way. But on top of that, he has his Windwalker ability, so he can be in your face, doing a good deal of damage, and just leave. And I believe the ability grants him... so he goes into stealth, but normally damage will break stealth, but I don't believe that happens if he takes damage within the first second. So for the first second, he's kind of invulnerable to that. So basically, it can be really annoying to be in your face, then just leave. So craziness. And then, of course, Brawl is on the PTR as well. I'm sure I'm the only one who feels this way. I'm sure no one else agrees with me, but I don't know. I think it's the most retarded thing ever. I don't know. I mean, I had one match where it was 1-1, and in the last round, we had KT and Gul'dan, I believe. The other team, 3 Novas. What could be better? What could be more fun? Oh, God. So, of course, I was just pure lonesome Malfurion who cannot keep up with that amount of burst. No, okay, and here was the best thing about that match. At one point, there were 3 Novas were visible, kind of all in one area. And I'm like, one of these clearly has to be the real Nova. I mean, no other point have you ever been able to see 3 Novas, and all of them are decoys. So I walk up to those 3, Twilight Dream. They're all decoys. So, yeah. So, still waiting on both teams to all show up. I'm trying to find out from the Thug Money Squad captain what map they all want, but no response yet. I see the captains for both teams in the chat room, but no word yet from anyone else. And there are at least 4 members checked in for both teams, so hopefully this happens here soon. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and click start round. So, I mean, those are kind of my thoughts on Brawl at the moment. The gold will be nice. It's maybe a little bit more... Maybe this kind of replaces ARAM a little bit. Yeah, it's strong emphasis on team fighting, but yeah, there's still that randomness. You have a little bit of control over the randomness too. You get kind of assigned like a slot, like support, assassin, specialist, and you can kind of pick one of those 3 heroes. You can kind of see what your teammates are doing too, so you can maybe coordinate a little bit. So still waiting on everyone to show up. Don't know Don't know what the holdup is. Okay, so it looks like there's a little bit of discussion in the chat room, so hopefully this is happening here soon. Just had a lovely match on Towers of Doom where we had 2 shots remaining on our core. The other team was going boss. ETC went and invaded. And power slid away from the point. Power slid away from the point. Power slide of the century. And because of that, we lost. He was standing on the point, capturing it. Power slides off. Other team captures the boss. GG. This game sometimes, man. It's a rough game. Okay, so it looks like it will be Cursed Hollow. That looks like that will be the map. So go ahead and get that set up right here. Alright, so go ahead and start in the lobby right now. And we should be good to go. So this is a Division 1 match. Okay, so just going ahead and getting everyone all set up here in the lobby. And we'll be ready to go. The good thing about this nice Chair League match here, shouldn't be 3 Novas, so that should be good. Okay, should be starting this here momentarily. Sorry for the delay, everyone. Okay, draft links have been given out, and we should be all good to go here. And, you know, I don't know if Zarya is on Top Drafter yet. I assume not, because if she wasn't added by last week, why would she be added by this week? I mean, ay. So I'm going to instruct them real quick. Use Murky instead. So I guess the Nova bug is still not fixed. I believe they're releasing a patch in a couple days. I'm not sure if that's just going on the PTR or if that's going to be live, but it will fix the Nova bug. So, but it's still not fixed, so she is still banned for tonight. I also saw they're fixing the display where it would say hero died when you kill a fort or keep in observer replay mode. That's pretty nice. Hopefully they got all that stuff sorted out. Anyway, the map will be Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow as we wait for adults with jobs to make a pick. Let me make sure. Okay, so it's going to be Malfurion is banned out first. Really dug deep into their time pool for Malfurion ban. And that is not Murky who was banned out. That is actually Zarya. So no pink-haired Russian ladies in tonight's game. But it will be first pick Muradin. So far, adults with jobs have revealed nothing about their draft. Muradin is pretty much good on every comp. Of course, he is slightly counterable. He does have a high health pool, which is his main resource, which fairly easily countered by Tychus. So, Thug Money Squad with 2 available picks. So, they go for Falstad. Who, I still think he's got to be fairly strong, especially on a map like this. You know, with the map speed changes that happened about a month ago. You know, he has the global mobility. You know, he's very good at poking and delaying tributes, so... But it's going to be Falstad and Zagara. So, might see Nidus here picked up for Zagara, because it is such a large map. And they're all picked up to lane with Zagara, so... I believe that throw was in response to Zagara, so... It's going to be a very good map for Sunderings, too, in these prolonged fights around the tribute. Thrall can just kind of sneak up behind you or sneak up beside you and deliver a devastating Sundering to split up the team. Stun everyone. So, adults with jobs digging deep into their time pool, only about 15 seconds left. So, I mean, they lost a lot of time on the Malfurion ban first. So, really need to lock something in, and it's going to be Ariel. You know, considering Thug Money Squad, they already have their assassins locked in. Probably would be pretty hard for them to pick up Tychus, but... Which makes me think maybe a Cho'Gall coming for Adults with jobs. Ariel can be a very strong support. I personally, I don't think she's all that strong. Only very situationally, but if she gets paired with a very strong battery, like a Lunara or a Cho'Gall, she can be very strong. So, Thug Money Squad thinking long and hard about who they want to ban out, and it will be Lunara. Which does mean Cho'Gall still on the table. Oh, that really would be a ton of melee, but if Falstad were to go for his hammer build, probably would charge that up awfully fast. But it will be ETC banned out by adults with jobs. So, 2 more picks for Thug Money Squad. Still need a support. Still need a tank. Still need a bruiser. This is going to be Brightwing. So, still need a tank. Still need a support. So, really, Thug Money Squad, they're just going in all in hard on the globals on this very gigantic map. Falstad, of course, has a global with his mount. Same with Brightwing. Zagara gets it at 10 with her Nidus Worm. Assuming she goes for that. So, 2 more picks. Now it's Thug Money Squad digging deep into their time pool. And it will be Li Ming. So far it's Brightwing and triple ranged, which I know I'm not a fan of. Yeah, it's a lot of very squishy targets that Brightwing has to heal up. Brightwing not great in the burst heal department. And with only 1 tank to kind of prevent dive, I don't know. So it's going to be Gul'dan for adults with jobs. Assuming Gul'dan is able to land one of his corruptions, get a couple hits with it. I mean, he can really provide Arya with a lot of energy. Kind of think maybe a second support. Yeah, it is going to be Lily. So, okay. So someone who can give Gul'dan a little bit more sustained healing, so that he can turn that health into mana and use it to unleash a lot of spells. Don't know how I feel about the Lily pick though. I mean, no real blind targets on the side of Thug Money Squad. Maybe Zagara. Maybe Falstad. But it's going to be Anub'arak for Thug Money Squad. Oh, I don't know. That is such a squishy squad. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what Brightwing does to... I don't know what Brightwing does to counteract the dive. I mean, Muradin can jump in, cause havoc. Thrall can flank from the side with Sundering, cause havoc. Gul'dan can output a ton of damage, and I don't know if Anub'arak can withstand it, and I don't know if Brightwing can keep everyone up long enough to survive and get all topped off. But just waiting on everyone to get all readied up, and then we will get this game going. But yeah, so hey, let's look at this draft again. So, whoops, sorry about that. So I mean, Murden jumps in. I mean, Brightwing can polymorph him, but it's not going to accomplish too much. I mean, Thrall kind of dives, but if he's opening with Sundering, I mean, the team's already on the retreat, and the damage has probably already been done by the time he gets close enough to be polyed. We could see Cocoon go on to Lily from Anubarak, but I don't know if they're going to rely on Lily that much for her cups. I mean, she might even go Water Dragon. We'll see. But I mean, Sundering into Water Dragon could be absolutely deadly. Okay, but both teams are all readied up, so let's get this started. So, on the side of Adults with Jobs, we have Retro Funk on Gul'dan, Sharku on Lily, Gaz on Murden, not playing Gazlo, Nat's playing Ariel, and Murmaduke on Thrall. And then on the side of Thug Money Squad, we have Wee Man on Falstad, Blade on Brightwing, Mr. M on Li Ming, Macfest on Anubarak, and RG Team Kitten on Zagara. You know, the other reason I'm not really digging Adults with Jobs draft so much is that they're putting such emphasis on global mobility heroes, you know, between Falstad and Brightwing and Zagara, and in exchange for that global mobility, they give up a little bit in terms of their team fighting. Yeah, it's a way to kind of balance the characters, so, you know, I don't know. Seems like a very heavy investment on the globals, and it's just going to make them even squishier, so I don't know. We'll see how it all shakes out. So I'm lagging very slightly here. But also Jobs doing the right thing. Being synergized and all. Riding around their core. Looks like they've really got their mount synergy on point too. I know they're all trying to use the beta portraits too. So we're seeing Adults with Jobs looking like maybe crashing mid. Whereas we see Thug Money Squad thinking about crashing bottom, so, which is actually looking like it's going to be sniffed out by Adults with Jobs. So it looks like neither team going to be able to sneak a tower. And I actually like this for Thug Money Squad. I mean, Falstad can easily just fly up to the top lane. Whereas Adults with Jobs going to be much slower on the rotation. So it looks like it's actually going to be a 3-man in the bottom with Zagara. Which means that it's going to be Falstad up on the top lane, likely laning with Thrall. Meanwhile, Lily, actually one of the best soul laners in the game, is going to stay in mid with Anubarak. It's kind of funny. Lily and Chen, you know, the Panda Pals, two of the best soul laners in the game. But meanwhile, actually, Brightwing actually manages to fall in the bottom lane. Sorry, I missed that. But that's not going to be a problem for Brightwing. She is going to use her global mobility, get right back into the action. And even though she did die, they're still definitely ahead with the amount of damage they've put onto this bottom wall. But Brightwing in some danger of falling a second time, but manages to tap, manages to get out of there. Meanwhile, Thrall and Falstad doing okay in the top, but Falstad actually getting a little bit low, so Brightwing coming to assist him. Which I think is fine. I mean, the damage has pretty much already been done in the bottom lane. Zagara dies, and Anubarak not quite in time to get down there to Put pressure on adults with jobs to prevent that from happening. So even though Thug Money Squad they did get this tower, they'll likely get that one as well. It's going to be very difficult to defend that. Find themselves a little bit behind thanks to their couple of deaths. Feel a big 4-man rotation coming up to the middle lane. Fortunately, Stormbolt from Gaz not going to connect on Brightwing. So she's not going to go again. And unless they rotate down quickly, going to miss out on some soak down here. But it's not going to matter too much, as the bell has rung. Time to go to the tribute. So it's looking like Thug Money Squad actually choosing to give this up. Yeah, we see Brightwing and Zagara just electing to pick up the camp instead. So Li Ming going to do a great job of interrupting that and buying their team time to soak, which I actually think is absolutely the right call. You know, this is a team with globals. You know, they're choosing to kind of split soak. So basically, all they want to do, they don't want to try and win this tribute. They just want to try and stall it out. And so we did see an aggressive 5-man push up here with by adults with jobs, but they didn't secure any kills, and meanwhile they're giving up a ton of soak here in these other lanes, and may actually go up this fort. In fact, there's nothing they can do to save this fort. All they can really hope to do is maybe 5-man push in the top lane, but it's like Falstad, Noob, and Brightwing going to be enough to push them off. So they've managed to give themselves a tribute, but they've given the level lead back handily. Meanwhile, a Noob just waiting for Thrall to overextend a little bit, which maybe he has. Now they go in. Thrall is almost certainly going to go down. The polymorph is going to stop him from using his wind shear to run away. So far this is looking very good for Thug Money Squad. So with no fort down here to keep anyone safe, they're sending Muradin down to soak and also defend against these giants, which still haven't been cleaned up. Those things are still getting value. So they can choose to let Zagara continue to push down here and go to the tribute 5-on-4, but now actually it's a 4-on-4 at best because Gul'dan actually fell. So far this is not looking good for adults with jobs. Zagara is going to get this keep wall down here. They're actually now even on tributes. Actually, it looks like she's going to back out before getting the keep wall. But so far, a level and a half lead for Thug Money Squad. And they're looking to add to it with this big push in the top lane as 4. With nobody really around to respond to it. On the side of adults with jobs. See Gul'dan and Ariel getting up here, but I don't know if Ariel is going to be able to sneak in there to get a heal and stay safe. And Gul'dan actually ends up falling. Ariel somehow did not die as a result of that, but actually Brightwing ends up falling. So I feel like had they turned to focus on Ariel, they could have easily had her. But it is going to be a 1-for-1 in the top lane, and most importantly for adults with jobs, managed to save the fort. But meanwhile, level 10 has been reached by Thug Money Squad, so probably going to see this tribute be given up. In fact, yeah, we see Ariel remain on the top lane. Thrall and Lili in the middle lane. Actually, Ariel going to be okay. Not going to be ganked by Li Ming. Li Ming not really a great gank hero. You know, she can do good damage, but not much in terms of CC. So it looks like it is going to be Nidus for Zagara. As I can see this Nidus worm down here. So really committing heavily to the globals, and so far it's paying off. I mean, they only fell behind by 1 tribute, so in the very beginning, but it has resulted in a curse, so. Meanwhile, look at this creep spread from Zagara. I mean, Falstad just saw that potential gank squad coming just miles away. So Bruiser Camp going to be picked up here for Thug Money Squad. Meanwhile, the next tribute coming up. This is Curse Point for Thug Money Squad. However, it is on the side of Adults with Jobs. And meanwhile, level 11 has been reached for both teams. So far, Li Ming and Zagara are going to be a little late getting to this tribute, so a Nubarok in a lot of trouble, but the cocoon goes out on, I believe that's Lily, who is going to be freed, and then cups popped. Meanwhile, in the background, Ariel managed to secure that tribute, so we are 2 for 2 on tributes. But Thrall is down, Murden getting awfully low, as is Ariel. Ariel ends up falling. So Adults with Jaws unable to get the kill there on a Nubarok. Actually thought about doing boss, but I think they're wisely choosing to back off. A noob was awfully low. Many of the others on the team low on health and mana as well. So Zagara continuing to harass this bottom lane, but so far these cannon towers are hanging on. Well, this is potentially disastrous for Adults with Jobs. So Thug Money Squad, they decided not to be aggressive and take the opponent's boss, but decided instead to actually take their own boss, which is also really good. If they're able to secure this tribute, which might be a little tough because they're a little bit low, that they will have the boss pushing along with the curse, but no, actually a Nubarok goes down. So their tank is down. The Gust is only going to hit Lily. So Falstad is in trouble. The big Sundering comes out, kills him, and so far it is a 2 for nothing in favor of Adults with Jobs and a curse. Someone's going to have to go deal with that boss, but you know, I wonder if this is kind of an interesting play from Thug Money Squad. So they left Zagara in the bottom lane to continue to push, which meant that they basically had no chance of winning that curse. So they're basically conceding the curse and just letting the boss push, but they did let a couple die as a result of that. So Zagara was with them and I missed it. Maybe she hopped in a worm and went down there, but I don't see any worms up here, so don't think that's what happened. So meanwhile, the red team is cursed, but blue not getting a lot of value out of it so far. We did see a couple of kills. They had to clean up the boss, but in comes Falstad. A big Gus is going to catch all 4 of them, but Thrall comes in. I believe Sundering is down. Yeah, it is for another couple seconds. But Gul'dan is going to fall. Li Ming is going to fall as well. So far, a 1 for 1. Here comes the Sundering. But Nubarok is going to burrow out of there. And I believe that is going to hold as a 1 for 1. Yeah, it looks like everyone is going to get out of there safely on the side of Adults with Jobs. So I think Thug Money Squad, I think we've got to feel really good about the curse that was just put on them. Yeah, they still have 2 forts standing. I believe it was only this middle fort that went down. And they're still on curse point themselves, so I think any time that you can basically make the other team waste 3 tributes, that's a huge win. So yeah, we're going to have a 5-man push here in the bottom. Only Falstad to defend against that. Of course, Zagara can hop into one of her worms. Come in a moment's notice. As can Brightwing. So, thanks to the globals of Thug Money Squad, not too much going to happen here for Adults with Jobs. Aggressive positioning by Gul'dan up in the bush there. He gets the Horrify off along with the Corruption, but Brightwing with her face shield going to negate a lot of that poison. And Adults with Jobs unable to secure that kill. I think he probably wanted to Horrify Falstad towards the team, but maybe with the barrel roll, maybe didn't quite get that position how he wanted to. So, boss still up for Adults with Jobs. So, I mean, theoretically, if there's a big wipe here by Thug Money Squad, they could pick up this boss, wait till it's capped, and then curse the other team, which would be absolutely devastating. But meanwhile, Lily put into the cocoon. Not sure if cups went off. No, it had not gone off because she's popping it right now. We got Li Ming just down low, just absolutely devastating flank from her. But it looks like Thug Money Squad, they are going to be zoned out from this, but a big 4-man Horrify comes off from Gul'dan, but Ariel getting awfully low, uses the Aegis to save herself, but no, ultimately it is not going to save her. Falstad poisoned to death by the Gul'dan, and he is going to fall. So far a 2-for-1, but everyone awfully low on this, Anub'arak awfully low on the side of Thug Money Squad. So far a 3-for-1. The chase is on, trying to get Lily. A big burrow charge in, hits both Lily and Thrall. Lily cocoon. And Anub actually falls as with his dying grasp, dying breath puts Lily in the cocoon. So only Zagara and Li Ming are left on the side of Thug Money Squad, but we did see the tribute picked up earlier, so, and it was picked up by Adults with Jobs, so no tribute to go back and pick up. Meanwhile, Zagara, being aggressively pressured, not going to be able to get into one of her worms, so Zagara will fall. But even though Zagara fell, I think this is going to be a curse against Adults with Jobs. Because apparently they did not pray to RNGesus, and this tribute is coming up on the side. Oh, but Gaz with the great Dwarf Toss in manages to get there just in time to delay the tribute from Falstad. You know, a big corruption goes off on Li Ming, but Brightwing with her blink heal is going to cancel out a lot of that poison. Well, the Sunray goes off and actually misses Li Ming and Brightwing, so big chase, but these two really have to be careful down here. This is a 2-on-3. Although Lily coming to save the day. So this is a 5-on-4. Zagara did just come up. Stasis comes down from Ariel to try and stop the Disintegrate from finishing her off, but she is going to fall. And Li Ming awfully low. So far, everyone is very healthy on the side of Adults with Jobs, but yeah, they didn't have the numbers advantage, but they definitely had the health advantage. Chase is on for Zagara, but don't believe they're... Ooh, a great blink heal by Brightwing is going to save her life. So Thrall ends up falling. So even though Adults with Jobs, they didn't have the numbers advantage, they still did manage to secure that tribute and actually get a kill. But it looks like boss is going to be attempted here by Thug Money Squad. Yeah, if they're able to... It looks like Adults with Jobs, they have no win that this is going on. Don't believe they have any vision over here or anything. But if they're able to have this boss push while it's curse point for Adults with Jobs, they're not really going to be able to cap the tribute because they're going to have to go clean up the boss. They're in a situation where if they go to contest this tribute and they lose, then not only are they cursed, but this full house boss is pushing with the curse as well, and that would pretty much be game. So Thrall is going to get here. So this is going to be a let's see, I'm only counting. Okay, there we go. Everyone is here now. Li Ming is awfully low, so Cups comes out from Lily, and the Burrow, I think he may have meant to go for Lily, but just really shot right past her. But meanwhile, red team is cursed, and they lose a Nubarok, but you know, once again, they have a curse that they're really not going to be able to do too much with. You know, they've really got to go deal with this boss. At this point, I think they can just ignore the boss. The core will clean it up. This is the second curse that they've gotten, and I think this time they've really got to make something happen with it. Yeah, they're wisely choosing to ignore the boss, go in and try and push, do something, make something happen. Yeah, they choose to just go grab their own boss, which I think they can certainly afford to do right now. Looks like Falstad coming over to scout. Also, Zagara had set up a creep tumor down here. So, Thug Money Squad, they absolutely know this is happening. They have Falstad, who could maybe gust the entire team away. But they actually managed to pick off Zagara, and Li Ming in a lot of trouble too. A big Sundering comes down, hits Brightwing and Li Ming. So far that is a 3-for-0 trade for Adults with Jobs. And finally, this is going well for them. You know, I think they have the better team fight comp, and they're choosing to just ignore this fort. I think they want to try and end. I think they're probably going to the easiest keep to take down, which is this middle one. I think they might have time. They're going to have to take this keep down very quickly. But it's going to be a 5-on-2 for the next 25 seconds or so. It's just Squishy Falstad and Squishy Nubarok left, so... But Gus is going to come out to try and prevent this keep from going down. Just trying to buy some time for Zagara to come back up. Along with Li Ming. And Cubs came out, but it's really, I don't think it's going to be enough to keep everyone up and healed. Yeah, they're not even going to be able to get this keep. So, Falstad and Nubarok doing a great job of keeping that keep alive. So, Adults with Jobs, they are forced to retreat, as Sonya likes to say when she hearths. Forced to come back, clean up their core a little bit. And, you know, even though they just had a curse, because they don't have this keep up here, they have catapults pushing against this lane, so... Yeah, they just had a curse, yet their top lane is really pushed in. And they're going to wisely grab the Siege Giants to help keep that lane de-push.
The choice is simple.
So, tribute coming up here in the bottom lane. And it is still curse point for Thug Money Squad. If they're able to get this tribute here, I think that's pretty much going to be game. But also Jobs, they are nice and healthy. Stormbolt does not connect on Falstad. But we do see Anub and Brightwing really being collapsed on. Brightwing going to phase shift out of there. Cocoon goes down on someone. It's not Lily. Yeah, it's actually Ariel. Brightwing, though, goes down. No, that's actually not Brightwing. That's Thrall. Shame on you, user interface. So, this is looking really bad for Adults with Jobs. Ariel, super low. Yeah, the energy just not enough to really make a big impact. That is going to be GG. Yeah, the aggressive flyover is going to finish off Falstad. Not that it was... Or not Falstad, Thrall. Not that it was highly necessary. But... that is going to be game. You know, I'm not totally sure what, I mean, oops, sorry. Just kind of looking at it on paper, it seems like they should have been able to take down that keep. It was 5-on-2. And with 2 supports, you know, you would expect that you'd be able to heal through just the amount of damage you're taking from the keep and just Falstad and a Nubarok, but I don't know. Let's let me take a look at the builds here real quick. Lily went straight healing build, which in and of itself I would think would be enough. Our Ariel had Shield of Hope. A pretty standard Ariel build. So yeah, I would have thought they would have had enough sustain to burn down that keep. And if you have Gul'dan, I expect you to have enough wave clear to also finish it off, but don't know. Don't know what happened there. But congratulations to Thug Money Squad. That was a very dominant performance. They really made the globals work for them. And still did a great job of isolating targets and keeping everyone up and alive for their team fights. Cocoon really did a lot of work. Creating that momentary 5-on-4. I think for a very squishy squad, really worked out well for them. So congratulations to them. They will move up in the standings. And I will have another match that I will be casting here. Time got pushed back. It was supposed to start about now, but I think we got about another half hour before that starts. So I will be casting another one tonight. So, well, that is going to do it for me for right now. I thank you guys for watching, and please subscribe. So, thank you.